I think the best way to get your attention is to show you an adorable cat. This is Sarabi. She's our Maine Coon. She just turned a year old on August 26th, and she is an absolute angel. Look at her being so patient. It's like the 20th time I've had to record this. So now that I have your attention, let me get started. Oh, she wants to go. My name is Joseph Andrew Frederick, and I was born January 14th, 1996, in a small farm town just outside of Chicago. Obviously, go Bears, they won today. I grew up on a small horse farm, about 20 acres, 13 horses, and a donkey. We had 20 plus dogs, so many cats you couldn't count, 3 goats, and a bunch of chickens. Being on a farm, you learn that you have to put your pride aside when it comes to a lot of things. There might be days where you're absolutely exhausted from God knows doing what, whether it's picking up some animal dung or chopping some wood, but it's a good way for someone to grow up if they plan on getting into the military or trying to get into competitive sports. One thing about me is I was in 6th grade, my mother was re-diagnosed with Graves' disease. Graves' disease is an autoimmune condition that causes a lot of different issues for different people. It hits a lot of people differently. Because of this, at age 14, I started working for my stepfather's logistics company. Graduating from high school was kind of a struggle, and it shouldn't have been. Working 40-hour weeks as a teenager, balancing that with classes and sports is not an easy task. The sports I did play, though, I played a season of football. We didn't win a single game. We lost 12, and we tied 2. So the 2 that we tied with must have been some pretty bad teams if they're tying with us. I wrestled varsity all 4 years of high school, and leaving high school, I joined the Marines at the age of 17 and shipped to boot camp 14 days after I graduated. It was Father's Day 2014. In the Marines, I did logistical planning and operations management, pretty similar job to what I did for my stepfather. After boot camp and all the training, I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia from 2014 until December 2016. After that, in 2016 until 2019, I was stationed in Camp Pendleton, California. Gotta love California weather. 9 months of those 2 years in California, though, I was in the Middle East. With everything that I've done in the military, I plan on majoring in supply chain management. I think it's the best fit for what I did as a job. So if I already have experience and kind of know what I'm talking about it, I want to go into something that my resume is already going to be strong to do. A personal goal of mine, regardless of what career field I wind up in, I want to own a small farm of some kind. I don't know if I want to raise animals specifically or if I just want to have land. But I am a sucker for animals, not bugs. I don't do bugs, but I do like animals, as you can see, cats specifically, and I'll tell you the reason why. Before my mom got sick, we got a rag doll. His name was Simon. You probably saw his picture, or if you haven't seen his picture, you should look at my visual aid. He's the black and white cat. Simon had a really keen ability to know when something was bothering someone, and obviously trying to take care of a sick mother by yourself is not an easy task. So I became very attached to this cat, and he was honestly a really good support system and tool for me. And it sounds bad to say that he was a tool, but he knew when to be there for someone, whether it was my mom or myself. He ran away 6 months after I joined the Marine Corps in December of 2014. And I, to this day, still blame myself for him running away because I wasn't there to look for him. He'd gotten out a few times before I joined the Marine Corps, but every time he would just be right around the door and we'd just have to go looking for him. This was the one time and the only time that he ran away and never came back. I met Samantha, my girlfriend, at a country line dancing bar that some of you probably know of called The Bank. It's in Norfolk. We were dance partners for about a year before we started dating. Our first date was December 21st. It's important to know that when you started dating, 2016. And our first date was Busch Gardens, Christmastown. Probably the thing that's the most important to me in my relationship, that's most visual, able to be seen, is when you join the military, you're always taught that you're untouchable and you're very capable of attacking any task that's asked of you, and that can lead to a very large amount of pride and ego. Samantha has caused me to put that ego in check and let my actions speak rather than my words. So I don't need to constantly be boasting or patting myself in the back in a public forum. My actions and my accomplishments will do that for me. And she's really caused me to grow as a man by doing that. Some of my hobbies, and I'm like most every guy who grew up in a small town. I like fishing, hunting, growing up on a horse farm, horseback riding. Samantha used to go horseback riding once a week. Video games, I'm in my office right now with my gaming chair. Watching sports, like I said, go Bears. Working out and reading. Good to Great. I think everyone should read Good to Great by Jim Collins. It's a fantastic book about trying to develop a brand or a business to take that next step. And it talks about becoming a level 5 leader, and I think it's an excellent choice for anyone who's looking to take that next step mentally and to apply that to wherever they're working. A few facts about me. I'm 6'2", absolutely terrified of spiders. Andrew, my middle name, is actually after my grandfather, who I was absolutely best friends with until he passed away when I was 4 years old. I had 2 dogs on the farm that were mine, Jake and Bono. Her name was originally Bo, but she kept on getting into stuff, so it eventually turned into Bo No. My stepfather's name is Jim. He just sold his business and is going to be retiring after 57 years of work. My mom's name is Patricia. My older brother's name is Lucas, and my half-sister's name is Patricia as well. We call her Trisha. It's really about it. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you.